what is this question giving us? It's giving us equations, right? So it'd be nice if I had some points to plug in. Now, the x is missing on purpose, but I could just make up a number, right? I could arithmetize here, and suddenly my plug points into equations strategy has an ability to plug a point in, right? So I would just treat this like a simple situation where the length is 50. Let's just see what happens if x is 10, right? So that would be the width. So what's the perimeter of this thing? It's 50 plus 50, that's 100, plus 10 is 20. So my perimeter is 120. How does that sound? The perimeter is at most 210, meaning it can't be more than 210. So that checks out, right? So let's just plug our thing in here. Does something not make sense? Let's just go with that. So this is 2 times 10 plus 100 is less than or equal to 210. So that's 20 plus 100 is less than 210. Yeah, 120 is less than 210. That sounds good, right? So here we'd have 2 times 10, so that's 20 plus 100 is greater than or equal to 210. So that's 120 is greater. No, it's not, right? So what we're doing here is we're preventing the possibility of accidentally messing up the inequalities. So hopefully that helps, but we're going to get to a little bit of a problem here with C and D. This is going to be 20 plus 50 is less than 210. That's true, right? 70 is less than 210. And this is going to be 20 plus 50 is greater than 210. Nope, it's not. So there you go. Now this shows the limits of the arithmetized, especially when we have inequalities. It can be tricky because sometimes what happens with inequalities is wrong values work because they don't quite capture the limits the right way. And what we could do is we could pick a value for x that would put us over the limit of the 210, and then that would allow us to see, like, is the cutoff right? But that's a little too much thought. At this point, I'd just be like, well, what's different, right? This is plus 50, this is plus 100. Well, I had plus 100, so probably means I should have plus 100 again. And why do I have plus 100? Because there's two 50s going into this thing, which makes sense because then there's also two 10s, two x's, two widths going into this thing too. That's just a basic perimeter. But I think all of that is easier to understand because I started out in a way that's much more intuitive for perimeter, right? I made a rectangle, I gave it dimensions, I saw it through. So that arithmetize might not always solve the question completely, but the idea is the less algebra we do, the more likely we are to see what we're doing, what we need to do, what the right move is. Plus, when we have real numbers, we can usually think about situations in a much more intuitive way, right? We don't normally have perimeters or rectangles where one of the dimensions is an x, right? It's a known quantity. We could take out a ruler and measure it and get the actual perimeter. So let's just get back to that more simple situation, see what's going on, and then hopefully we can kind of realize how that equation gets built. But we always are trying to get rid of as much algebra as possible, as much abstract thinking, and bring it back to numbers. Arithmetic, always easier than algebra.